Hey, good evening, Kathleen here. I wanted to touch on Matthew 5, verse 16, a verse and a paragraph that is often used in conjunction to support the doctrine that works plus faith equals perfected faith. And we're going to look at this a little just quickly, really a little deeper, to see if that is what it's saying. I can tell you first, no, it's not, but we'll get into it. So this is often used in conjunction with James 2, saying, and the people usually say, who are trying to teach works, the law of Moses plus faith in Jesus equals a perfected faith. And that's obviously, we know by the teachings of Jesus and the teachings of Paul and the other apostles, that's just not the case. And here we have Jesus on the Mount of Olives, and he's teaching the Jews who had Old Testament faith, and they're coming to realize that Jesus Christ standing before them is their long-awaited Messiah. And what he says to them. So I'm going to start with 11. I'll start with 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And they persecuted the prophets before because they were preaching Jesus Christ too. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its savor, so salt is a preservative. Back in the day, that's basically all they used. I'm not sure what else they used, but definitely salt. So that's what they have been preserving, the faith of the Messiah to come and looking forward to his coming. So they are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewithin shall it be salted? Is it thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men? Ye are the light of the world. And so this is the faith of Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the light of the world. We know that by John 8 verse 12. John 8 verse 12, I think, maybe 18. Ye are the light of the world. A city is set on a hill, cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light shine before men. This is where they get wrong. Your light isn't your good deeds and works. It's Jesus Christ. Let Jesus Christ shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So let Jesus Christ shine. So why? They may see your good works. And what good works? Are we talking about the law of Moses here? No. I went into Strong's Concordance, or not necessarily. I went into Strong's Concordance to look at may see, and it is edo, a verb, to see, to know, to perceive, to be aware of. The meaning of it is I know, I remember, and I appreciate. A primary verb used only in certain past tenses, the others being borrowed from the equivalent horeo, however you say that, which means to see. To see, to look at, to inspect, to know, to perceive, to understand. The Greek verb eido primarily conveys the idea of seeing or perceiving with the eye or the mind. It extends beyond physical sight and includes mental perception and understanding. In the New Testament, eido often implies a deeper intuitive knowledge or awareness, sometimes translated to know or to understand. To understand or to know their good works, and then they would glorify your Father in heaven. The Jews were funny people. They had Of course, they were meant to stand out. God gave them physical ordinances to follow, to always a shadow of Christ, so that it could be seen. Always pointing to Christ. The rules that God gave them, I guess, the tabernacles, the incense, the sacrifices, that was always pointing to Christ, so that they would understand those good works. And it was past tense, so they could be like, oh, that makes sense now, because they're telling us about Jesus, and now we understand why they do what they do, why they hold to what they hold to, why their beliefs are what they are. And then they would glorify the Father, which is in heaven. So this is not telling somebody to go strive, go volunteer, to go clean out the outside of your cup, follow the law, the law of Moses. This is let Jesus shine, and then they will have understanding to the good works of you, the people, the salt of the earth that kept the word, that kept the faith from the Old Testament. So it has nothing to do with letting your good works shine. No. Let Jesus shine. So thanks for listening.